Good morning, Concord Presbyterian Church. This is your intrepid reporter, Danielle Damascus, reporting you across the chasm of space and time. I'm here live on location on the shores of Galilee in a town called Capernaum. Today, a large crowd of people has poured into the city. Since yesterday, they have been looking for Jesus of Nazareth. He just performed his biggest miracle yet. Over the last several weeks, you've heard from local citizens who have seen these wonders firsthand. Well, there's no shortage of witness this time. I hardly even know where to start. Reporters say Jesus made enough bread and fish to feed 5,000 people up here from thin air. No one I've talked to so far seems to know exactly what happened. Everyone has a different story to tell. I'm going to grab someone from this huge crowd. Sir, were you a part of the crowd following Jesus?
Yeah, it was so cool. I was out there surfing on the Galilee and I saw this gnarly crowd of people hanging out. That Jesus guy was laying down some rad truth. I sat down and listened for hours on end. Everyone was totally into it. But then, man, it was time to get our grub on and nobody had any food.
Why didn't you all just go back to town if you were hungry?
No way, man. When the truth is that metaphysical and stuff, you don't bail early.
So what happened?
I don't know. The food just started coming. It was like all you can eat breadsticks at Capos Elias. They just kept coming.
Where do you think it all came from?
How should I know? Look, I gotta go. The sea's all rough and raggy today, and me and my board are gonna try to walk in water. Later, dude.
I guess that's it for him. Let's grab somebody else. You, sir, were you there?
For the miracle on the lakeshore, you bet I was. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Jesus took some bread, he broke it, gave it to his disciples, and no everyone had enough. The fish too. We ate so much food, I don't ever want to see another fish sandwich again in my life.
What do you think happened?
This Jesus guy happened. That's what. I don't know who he is or where he came from, but wherever he goes, awesome things happen.
Where do you think he got all the bread and fish?
I heard that one of his disciples stole up from some cave.
No, we didn't.
But that's what I heard.
Then you didn't hear right at all.
Whatever, kid. I'm out.
Just who are you, young man?
I'm the guy who gave Jesus those 5 loaves and 2 fish. They were mine. He didn't take them, he asked.
So you're saying that you only gave Jesus 5 loaves and 2 fish?
I gave him everything I had on me. It's more than all the adults thought to bring.
Then where did all the other food come from?
It didn't come from anywhere. All Jesus had was 5 loaves of bread and 2 little fish. And he said a prayer and broke the bread apart. And somehow it was all enough. It never ran out. There was so much left after everyone had their fill. There were still 12 big baskets of leftovers. Jesus even gave me some to take home with me as a thank you.
You'll forgive me if I say that your whole story seems pretty far-fetched. There's just no way that so little food can feed so many.
You're right, of course, but that's what happened. I promise. I was right at the crowd. I may be young, but I know what I saw.
Well, that's quite a story.
The key to the whole thing is Jesus, I think. By yourself, you can do a little, but Jesus has this way of making a little go a long way. You just have to do your part. Jesus could probably have fed 5,000 people, but with less than what I brought. But I got a good feeling he likes it better when you give your part too. I gotta go. I'm late getting home. I'm probably going to be grounded again. Say a prayer that someone else believes this story. I've got to tell.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another eyewitness account of another miracle from this Jesus of Nazareth. The prophets and healers seem to be able to perform signs and mighty acts, not seen since the glory days of Israel, and yet he seems equally interested in bringing out the best in others. He fed 5,000 people yesterday, but not from nothing. In fact, it seems there too fed 5,000, 2 factors on the multiplication miracle. There was his prayer and blessing and the simple gift of a young boy. Perhaps Jesus is here, multiply what we have to give as well. This has been a special report from Seaside reporter Danielle Damascus. Now back to you.